A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Monday, December 6th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. 8 people have been charged following a 5-month investigation into the possession and sales of firearms and methamphetamine primarily in western Orange County. The investigation took place in the city of Port Jervis, the towns of Greenville, Minnesink, and Wawayanda. During the investigation, police used confidential informants and undercover cops to seize and purchase 8 illegally possessed firearms and a half a kilo of methamphetamine with a street value of $60,000. The weapons included 4 believed to be stolen and not reported, 3 shotguns that were sawed off and had illegally shortened barrels, and 1 firearm identified as an AR-15 style ghost gun that was sold with high-capacity ammunition feeding devices. 2 search warrants were executed, with additional meth seized, and 3 suspects have been arrested. Authorities are seeking the public's assistance in locating the 5 others who have outstanding warrants for the arrest. 5 defendants have been indicted by an Orange County grand jury. Voters in the enlarged Middletown City School District will go to the polls on Tuesday, December 14th, to decide the fate of a more than $83 million proposed modernization of Twin Towers Middle School. The proposed capital projects will cost the taxpayer no out-of-pocket expense, as there will be no tax levy increase. Upgrades will include additional classroom space and upgrades to existing space, as well as infrastructure upgrades. Interim Superintendent Amy Creedon says there are also health and well-being components to the work.
There'll be an entire school community center, which will be focused around a new library media center, and then an entire school community focused center, which will enable us to support our community in different ways with mental health services, basic dental support, and basic medical services.
Creedon says if the referendum is approved, construction could begin in a year and take 2 years to complete. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
The fight between female current and former students at Newburgh Free Academy, Maine last week had nothing to do with previous events in the community. The co-principals, Edgar Glascott and Matteo Dotto, said in a letter to the community that in-school brawl was an isolated incident, they said. Those involved in the high school brawl have been identified. Current students will face disciplinary action based on the Student Code of Conduct, and the names of the 2 who trespassed have been turned over to Newburgh City Police. In his own letter to middle and high school students and families, Acting Superintendent Ed Forget wrote on Sunday that this week you will see increased security at each campus of the high school. In about 11 months, state residents will select a governor, and Libertarian Larry Sharp, who ran in 2018, is again seeking the state's highest elected seat in a field filling up with Republicans and Democrats. The most important thing is nothing has changed, said Sharp, for his reason for running. He was campaigning in Kingston on Sunday. Some of the issues Sharp is now focusing on are the budget, public education, gun rights, the black market, and abortion.
Public education is a disaster. It's corrupt without question. We've got to change how we fund it. And I had a plan from 2018 was my K through 10 plan, and we should implement that for 2022, plus change how we fund it.
Education should be funded directly through the state, he said. Ulster County Executive Pat Ryan is a West Point graduate and veteran who served 2 combat tours as an Army intelligence officer. Orange County Executive Steve Newhouse is a lieutenant commander in the Naval Reserves, assigned to a Naval Special Warfare Team. In 2019, he served with the Combined Joint Special Operations Task Force on a 6-month deployment to Iraq. So it makes sense the two are engaging in a friendly wager on next week's Army-Navy football game. Stay updated with local news all day online at MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Hank Gross. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.